Let's get this going. Alright, so this is exciting. I'm gonna build the entire Chaos V2 seed, the official Chaos V2 seed. I'm gonna build it live. And this is gonna take a few hours. This is not going to be a short stream. So I'm gonna have to do incrementers. This is all gonna use a brand new system, basically. Yeah, what's up, OMFQ? What's good? We are gonna be building Plando. This is gonna be great. So, Uh-oh, I didn't realize the volume was gonna be up. Oh man, this is gonna be cool. This is gonna be great. Since it's chaos, there really aren't gonna be any spoilers. Um, the way that chaos works is the entire seed, every single pickup randomizes what you have, so all of your skills, all of your teleporters, some keystone doors, and other terrain get shuffled. Some of them get given, some of them get removed, and some of them aren't modified. So because of that, there really are no spoilers for the seed. Yeah. Yep. It's definitely a Plando. Um, hence why it's a Plando for the lucky, because really everything is just luck based. What is this? I'm just gonna do some no. Just gonna do some cross-referencing here. Uh, 631, no, 63173. Waterlord. Okay, that's what I thought. So that basically controls the this basically controls the pool's Uber state. When you unlock the teleporter, this is what controls whether the water is lowered or not. And I'm just gonna set it to lowered by default. So this is Chaos version 1. Apparently it gives 8 keystones. I don't know why. Probably for the sake of anti-soft locking. Da -da -da -da. I want black market keystones to be available, so I am going to not include no keystone doors. Is the volume good, by the way? So I want 8 keystones. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 keystones on spawn. This is important. This is a ground. This super state is called Ground Destroyed, and it basically it's for custom flags. Basically, when you start the Shriek fight, you have phase 1, right? And when you go into the escape, this Uber state gets set to true, and this is what puts the kill plane at the bottom of the stage. Basically, this is what actually activates the kill plane. And so if you have this set to true from the start, then you will not be able to access the Shriek fight. It's literally a way to make custom parameters to lock the Shriek fight behind whatever you want, because, well, you literally have a kill plane that you can just control and stop the player from getting to Shriek. I'm not gonna put the abusable secret in here. The RNG sets. I'm gonna keep these the same. Maybe, but the thing is, I looked at the synced Uber states in the GitHub logs, and this was not one of them. This was not synced. There are like 12 or some odd Uber states that are part of the Shriek fight, and I saw none of them on the list. I checked for them. They were not on the list. So I really don't know what happened. Da, 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 da. So I'm gonna keep these the same. This is the no double jump wall interaction version. Okay. I guess I can explain how this works. This Uber state here, if you know, okay, so if you know how, OMFQ, do you know how seed files work? Like, do you know, like, what the columns mean and stuff? Okay, that is quite explainable. So, every seed file line, every typical one, there are a bunch of non-typical ones here because it's chaos, and like chaos, it does weird things. But most seeds, let me pull up an old one from Alpha, actually. Right? So, right, you have a seed file that looks like this, right? Most of these lines, as you can see, they have 4 columns, if you will, and so they look kind of like this. They just have 4 numbers, right? Well, the A, B is what we call the Uber state. This is basically the location of the pickup. And so each pickup has a corresponding Uber state. And the way that the Uber states are labeled like numerically is there's a group ID, which is the A here. This is the group ID. There's the individual ID. So I'll just call that the state ID. And then the XY determines what you get. So this 053 means 53 EXP. So this is the pickup type, because 0 means XP, and then the specific pickup is what I'll just call this. Because, and I'm not going to say number here, because they're really, usually the 4th number here, this Y, dictates the type of, specifically which pickup it is. Like, let me think of one that I know off the top of my head. 21786 60210 is the rock health cell just to the left of spawn. Usually that's people's first pickups. If you put the skill pickup, the pickup type 2 is the skill, and skill number 8 is launch. Therefore, you just put launch, or I should put it in proper format. This is launch at marsh spawn rock health cell. And so that's how these seed files are constructed, essentially. Now, for quests, basically the reason why this works so well, the reason why the columns look like this and not like the columns in chaos, right? With the equal signs here. So, like, you can imagine this as kind of like the same thing, right? Where this is the Uber state, but this equal sign is interesting because this Uber state right here is different than most of the Uber states for pickups. Most of the Uber states for pickups are Booleans, meaning that they are only true or false, and the false kind of represents the uncollected state, and true represents collected. And it gives the reward on XY when the state goes from false to true. In other words, when you collect the health cell, set it from false to true, it gives you the reward, right? Well, this Uber state is called test race, and it's actually an Uber state called it's a special type of Uber state called an int, and it actually has a value. And so what this equal sign does is it actually says when this int hits 43, give the reward. So as you can see, I have values for test race for every single integer from 1 to 109. And the 109 was kind of semi-arbitrary. It just kind of ended up being 109. But essentially, this is a text box that mutes everything else given on these triggers. That's all that this does. So when you have test race equaling 1, right, it has this text box, right? This text box, because type 6 is a text box, and then this is the specific pickup right here. This is the Y value. So the text box says A, but f equals 0 and mute. F equals 0 is the duration of the text box, so it doesn't last any frames. Essentially, the text box doesn't look like it exists at all. And mute means that anything else given on test race equals 1, like if I had launch on here, it wouldn't tell me that I had launch. It would say nothing, basically. That's what the mute does. So if I go to the different sets, right, this is basically how the RNG works. We have a bunch of teleporters that are given on every set. These are teleporters given because type 5 is a teleporter. I'm going to get rid of that comment. These are teleporters removed because we have the minus sign. It's still type 5 though. This is a shard that gets removed. These are all skills that get modified, right? So this is grapple gets removed. Blaze given. Wall jump given. And double jump given. Right? So these all make sense. And so every time test race hits 1, all of these modifications are applied. Okay. And every time... Yes, it is. You can remove it as well. And yes, I have tried double jump wall interaction. It does work. Double jump wall interaction works, and I have forced that in Chaos before. If you actually look for Dr. Tuin's playthrough of Chaos, he played the double jump wall interaction version, and I made it so that the first pickups, both the right EXP, both the first EXP and the Rock Health Cell, both made the RNG hit sets that removed wall jump. Basically, so I made it so that the first pickup would be guaranteed to remove wall jump for the sake of showing off the double jump wall interaction, and he loved it because you know Dr. Tuin loves double jump wall interaction. But yes, you can remove wall jump. It is actually quite powerful. Unfortunately, a lot of the terrain in Will of the Wisps without wall interaction is quite difficult to navigate. It's like the movement skills we don't have. We don't have nearly as much verticality because there's no rocket jump, right? And yes, we have grenade jumps, but they're not nearly as powerful as like we don't have double bash anymore. We don't have we have grenade jumps, like I said. We have shuriken pogos and we have sentry jumps, but those all require 2 skills. Except for grenade jumps, and grenade jumps aren't that powerful. So really, wall interaction is very, very powerful. I'd say that wall jump is a more powerful skill than bash. to in some cases. In some cases, wall jump is better than bash in Will of the Wisps. It's actually quite staggering. Now, in conjunction with other skills, that's not true. But as standalone skills, I would rather have wall jump than bash. Yeah, it's powerful. But so, back to this, you're probably wondering, okay, well, okay, but I see how these change your skills and all that, but like, what's the point? Like, I don't understand what these do. Well, every single real pickup, I have this big giant blob here, basically. I have it, here actually, don't I? I have this big giant blob right here, right? I have this big giant blob right here. If I zoom in here, this big gigantic blob. Oh no, 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 no. I even called it Big Blob, right? Big Blob. All these are all the pickups, all the Uber states they get rolled in regular seeds. And all of these locations change the value of test trace. They don't set it to a certain number, but they change it by a certain number. And so that means that the order actually matters. So if you collect one pickup that increases test trace by 1, then test trace will land on 1, right? Like, so let's actually assign some values to this. Let's say you get pickup A, right? And that increases test trace by 1. It'll land on 1. Then you get pickup B, which increases it by 3. You get to 4, right? Pickup C increases it by 7. You get to 11. And pickup D subtracts 2. You get 9, right? Well, let's say you get pickup C first. Lands on 7. Pick up A next. Lands on 8. Pick up D after that, subtracts 2, lands on 6. And then pick up B plus 3, finally lands on 9 again. Do you see, these sets 6, 7, and 8 can give you completely different things than sets 1, 4, and 11. Therefore, the order matters. And depending on which order you get pickups, you can get different skills. That's how the Chaos RNG kind of works. But unfortunately, this isn't going to be nearly as straightforward now. Because I thought of a way to make it actually random. Or much, much more random. Using timers. And so that's what this seed is gonna, that's what this Chaos V2 is gonna use, is timers. And the timers are going to determine how much test trace changes by. So when you pick up a pickup on a certain frame, it will change test trace by a different amount. That's how this is gonna be different than V1. Looks like we're getting some new viewers in here. All right. So let's see. And then these are gonna be the these are the mutes. Hey, I mean, when I'm done with the seed, I mean, feel free. I am gonna need to test it though. The first one, it should be on there. I can probably post it again. But the first one has a couple problems, so I'm trying to fix those now. But let's see. So I'm gonna release V2 in a couple different ways, I think. Um, it is a lot to take in. A lot of this has come from months of research happening at the same time as ICO puts out new features. So like, believe it or not, Sirius and I were experimenting with quests right as value triggers came out. Right as these things came out, we were experimenting with quests, and Sirius found a way to actually do hand-to-hand without the equal signs as well, and it's actually quite genius. I might explain it at some point. But 3 days after he figured out hand-to-hand, and I was about to implement it into Fireball, value triggers came out, and it became trivial. That's alright. I want these sets to be exactly the same. Oh, right. These. So, I should talk about 8. On May 16th, ICO introduced a brand new feature into the randomizer called Uber State Changes. And the reason why this is possible, because test race is completely unused by the game, the reason why this is possible is because we have these Uber State Changes. Because with this special syntax, we can say, oh, I want this Uber State AB. I'm just going to say that AB is a Boolean. I want to set it to true from anywhere. I can set this 60210 was the one that I used last time. I want this rock health cell to set I think this is right. I want to set this to, oh, you beat the game. Like, oh, you have completed the game. If you have the stats header, this is where the GG would play. But you can also do the same thing with ints. Here's 58674611616 is one, and that's an int. This one determines the state of the feeding grounds, basically. Like, whenever you enter feeding grounds, it's in one of these states. In one of them, Shriek can kill you. In one of them, the cat and mouse chase has started. In another one of them, the Shriek cutscene where Sarah blasts Shriek's horns off is set to play. In another one, Shriek just isn't there at all. So I can set this to whatever I want. I can set it to 5, which is the cutscene where Shriek gets her horns blasted off by Seer or Seer. And so that, another thing that I can do is modify test race and say that I want it to increase by 1. That's what this plus means. And so that's how we utilize test race, is by using this 8 and saying, oh, I want it to increase by this amount. That's what makes all of this relevant. So I want to keep all of this the same. And these are the terrain modifiers, so I'll keep these the same as well. You know, actually, hold on. I'm gonna change the way the terrain modifiers work. Okay, so there are 3 terrain modifiers, okay? The way that this modifies terrain, there are 6 modifiers that toggle each other off, if that makes sense. So the first one is Ter1T, meaning that the T stands for true, and essentially I split all of the things that I want to modify into 3 different categories, and this one toggles it to the general true state, if you will. Which means all of these changes are made, and then Ter1 false here makes the exact opposite changes. So I want to change this to 9. I'm going to use a shared int here. 9, 4. What's T? That's 920, I guess, yeah. 920 equals 1. 10289, 94, bool, true, 920, int 1. Yeah, so these are going to be my finds and replaces. Char1f, 102891620 is going to go to 920 equals 2. This is going to be 1620, 920, and 2. Ter2 true. This is 4154. Then Ter2 false. Is gonna be the same thing, just with 7638 instead of 4154. And that's gonna be int 4. I'm also gonna want to add 9, 20, 8, 9, 20, and 0, so it automatically resets itself to 0, so that it can be reused. Yeah, Sirius would enjoy this, I think. 289, 8436, 920 equals 5. 8436, 20 and 5. Eight, 5, 3, 3. 20 and 6. 6. Ah. Sure. We'll go with that. Now I can do this in heaps. Replace all. 1620, bool true, int 2. 4154, int 3. 7638 is going to be int 4. 8436, int 5. 8533 is going to be int 6. Okay. And 20 equals 6. 8436. And 20 equals 5. 7638. And 20 equals 4. Oh, I just realized a problem here that I might encounter in just a second. I'm glad I'm doing it in this order now, because I'm pretty sure I just created a bug. But that's okay, we'll get it sorted out in a second. Might find some odd looking lines though. Yeah. I'm gonna, so 920 equals 1 bool true is not proper syntax. I need to change that to 920 int 1. Whoa, hey. 20 equals 1 bool true to 920 int 1, replace all. That doesn't need to be there. Okay, there we go. So, we have all the sets. Good. Stats. Sure. We'll keep those. Sure. This is going to be version 2.0. I have died blah blah times. Important value for cosmic. This is the RNG value. Pretty sure everyone who's watching this stream will know what that is now. Oh, also I have to remember to do the overflow. Underflow. These look fine. Alright, actual pickups we'll worry about in a bit. I'm not ready to get to those until I design the incrementers. I can put a giant blob of mutes, but yeah, giant blob of mutes. Giant blob of... RNG calls, or yeah, whatever. Incrementers. What is this? What? Okay. I'll keep that in. When you collect a certain amount of spirit light, then you'll get a shard. Dum ba da 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 dum da dum 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 da dum dum ba 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 bum ba dum dum ba da bum dum da da dum dum da da dum ba dum ba dum da da dum dum da da dum dum da da dum ba dum. I don't even know if it's delayed. I probably should stop humming in case that's what's happening. Da-dum. Oh, it's not. Okay. What's up, Banish? Yeah, I'm building a Plando. This is how you build Plandos in Will o' the Wisps. In Blind Forest you have the GUI, but in this you don't. So you gotta build them by hand. I honestly think that building Plandos by hand, at least for my style, is better because you get to do stuff like this, which let's be real here for a second. This entire thing relies on an unused int by the game. It's a completely unused variable by the game, and it has 109 different values. You can't do that with a GUI, at least not reliably. So I don't know. I'm fine with I'm fine with this. This is overpowered. I'm not gonna re-add that. Da 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 dum dum da 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 dum 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 da 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 dum da dun dun da da dum dum da 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 dum dum bum 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 dun da da dun dun da da dum 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 dum. I don't like these miscellaneous calls. I don't think this will... So one of the big differences between V1 and what V2 is going to be, V1, because it doesn't use timers, the way that it increases the randomness is it has ways to increment test trace without actually changing what you have. And those happen in very arbitrary spots, like when you break certain walls or kill a certain amount of enemies, or hit certain hitbox triggers that wouldn't normally give pickups. Those all have Uber states, and so I put what I call silent incrementers on those. And so what they do is they modify test race. That's what these are basically. I have attached to these booleans some silent incrementers. And these Uber states are all used by the game, and they can all be triggered. It's just they don't normally get triggered. Or, that's not true. They normally don't give pickups. That's what I meant to say. So, yeah. I don't know. I think I'm going to leave them out. I think. But I am going to add these as actual pickups. These are the fight room states. I remember these. These are the fight room states. I think. So, well, no, actually, hold on. This is Qualock. This is Qualock, I think, right? Am I wrong? Qualock boss states. Now that's look at the similarity. 58403 and 53480. Okay, what's 53480? Is that the fight room? Okay, that's what I thought it was. Arena B state. That's the fight room. Okay. Nice. Oh, this is gonna be yeah, okay. Okay, wow. Wow. Wow, this syntax is a little bit outdated. Is the are the are these stats good? Yeah, okay, these stats are good. Okay, good. So now that now that I'm going to use timers, there's not going to be a need for silent incrementers, and so because of that, I don't need nearly as many RNG calls. Because I don't need to look at the arbitrary locations, I just need to use actual pickups. This is where you meet Invisible Qualock, I think, right? Yep. I think we're ready to start actually constructing Chaos. The new mechanics. This is gonna be interesting. Okay, so how am I gonna do this? I want a timer, so I'm gonna use 9-1 for this. So I want a timer, basically. Actually, I have some notes. I'll get those real quick. Alright, found my notes. Here they are. Okay, so I want... Yes. I want... On spawn, I want to start the timer... Right? When it hits... Can someone pick a number, actually, between 1 and 100? And this is going to basically determine how many incrementers there are going to be. Preferably something bigger than 10, actually. 69, that'll work. So when it hits 70, it'll go back to, it'll go back to 1. I should account for potential frame delays. I wonder, actually I can do comparison logic for this, can't I? So I'm gonna use, we have some tools we can use 4, these are reward pickups, so these would be the XYs in ABXY notation. We have a 4, and then some uber state, and then a value. Basically says stop a multi-pickup if AB is equal to this value. For 5, AB, this value, stops it if it's greater, and for 6, stops it if it's less. And so I can test for if it's greater. 9, 1, 4. So I want, 9, 1, I'm gonna need to test that a lot, just to make sure it works properly. Nine, 1, 4, 6, and this is gonna go after everything, actually. And I want to stop it if it's less than 70. 9, 1, 70, yeah. And then 9, 1, 8, 9, 1, int 1. Okay. So it'll set itself back to 1 if it ever gets greater than, if it ever gets to be 70 or greater. So 69 will be the last incrementer. So now I have to come up with 69 different incrementers. That should be fine. So 69 divided by 2 is 34.5. So 69 will just be, I'll just have 34 in each direction, and then 69 will just be like, 69 can actually use something special. I'm gonna play around with that. Let's see. So then we're gonna have, yeah. 9, 2, and then this is gonna set itself to 0. This is gonna be a shared int. Basically. And 9, 2 equals, so let's see. Am I currently using 233? I am not. That is good. I want to use that state. I want to use this one. 229, 233. because mostly because my username has 233 at the end. So this one is actually the flag for 100% completion in Fireball for the same reason. So little fun facts. 8, 229, 233, bool, false. It's gonna set itself to false. And basically, this is gonna be the new RNG call. The RNG is basically gonna set this to true. And it's gonna I love the Wellspring music, man. I want 9-1 to be, if it's less than 69, 229, 233. Actually, stop it if it's less than, okay, so hold on. I'm trying to visualize how I want to do this. I have the trigger, 229, 233. When 9-1 is less than... So the first state that I want to look at is if 9-1 is 1. And that's going to set 9-0 int plus 1. Or 9-2 int plus 1, sorry. That's going to increase it by 1. Stop it if it's less than 2. Yes, if it's less than 2, I'm going to stop it. That's going to be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69. Boom. Now let's change all these numbers. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. This is going to take forever. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Let's do this a different way. And let's make it even faster. Is that right? Yeah, that should be right. Give it one more. So that's going to be 30, 40, 50, 60, yes. I think so, yeah, that looks right. And so this is basically going to say, oh, this is going to determine which pattern I want, essentially. So it's all going to modify this 1 and 9-2, and 9-2 is basically going to determine which, how it's going to modify test race. So let's actually make all of these numbers make sense. 23, 24, 25, 7, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 5, 6, 7, 38, 9, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69. Nice. Stop if it's less than 69. Okay, yeah, that'll work. And I'm actually going to put an error message here. Overflow error. Actually, I'm going to put it at 70, yeah, 75, just to make sure it's significant. Yeah, I'm going to call this error 91 overflow. Just so that it tells me that that error exists. Error message, delete later. All right. And then this is gonna stop 9-1 when the game finishes. This looks good. So now 9-2 is gonna determine how everything gets, how everything modifies test trace. So when 9-2 equals 1, that's the first value, right? This is gonna basically say, what's in my notes? Uh, 8, 4, 4, 9, 6, 4, 5, 0, 6, 3, 4. I'm so glad to be reading those numbers again. It's been so long since I've done any work on chaos. Plus 1. 9, 2, plus 2. 9, 3, plus 3. 4, plus 4. 5, plus 5. 6, plus 6. 7, plus 7. 8, plus 8. 9, plus 9. And 10 is going to be plus 10. Oh, I should mention, these ints, I can go as high as I want with the values, because the ints can go from negative 2 billion to positive 2 billion. I have literally unlimited space here. I can have billions of values if I wanted to. But obviously I'm not going to. That would be stupid. So the next one is the tens. These are all going to be minuses. Next are the 20s. Then the 30s. I'll worry about what to do with these in a second. I need to brainstorm a little bit. And then the 40s. '60, 50s, yep. And then 61, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right. Da 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 da. So we have the pluses and the minuses. Let's have alternating pluses and minuses here. This is going to mute that text box so that nothing here displays. Same with this. This is also going to mute. Look at that. Look at that beauty. Look at this. This is beautiful. I love this. We're going to add incrementers of 10 here. And then decrementers of 10. Or decrementers here. Yep. Yep. And then we can add some crazy stuff here. What do we want? What do I want? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. Sure. 69 has to be plus 69 though. Oh my god, this music, Dun, 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 and I'm gonna have another Uber state. This is gonna be 9-3. 6 F equals 0. This one is gonna handle overflow and underflow. Essentially, I want test race to be confined between 1 and 109. So I need a way to keep it within 1 and 109. And so this is gonna basically say, check if test race is between 1 and 109, and if it's not, fix it. So, for the sake of... Okay, I'm actually going to copy all of these. All of these, for the sake of overflow and underflow. This is going to be plus... plus... plus, 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 Actually, hold on. No, never mind. That's not gonna work. Minus, 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 minus. There's a much better way to do this actually. Hold on, let me stop doing it this way. 9, 2 equals 8, 9, 3, int 1, basically. That's how I'm gonna do this. And then 9, 2 equals some number in the tens. Int 2. Some number in the 20s. Something. Some number in the 30s, 40s, 50s, and 60s is going to be 1 again. 3, 4, 5. Okay, so 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 9, 10. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think I copied the wrong number, but that's okay, I'll fix it anyway. Or I'll fix it when I start inputting values. I think I have 11 in each instead of 10. 9, 10. And this is 61, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is 20. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is 30. Get rid of this. Ah! Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is 40. Get rid of this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 50. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 60. 9. Oh wait, these are all pluses and minuses, so I could have taken a shortcut. Oops. These are all going to be 1. These are all going to be 2. Basically, the 1 means that I'm checking for overflow because it's a positive increment, and the 2 means I'm checking for underflow because it's a negative. What's the alternating order? The first one, 20s start positive, 30s start negative. 1, 2, 1, da, da, da. 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Then this is 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1. Nice. Okay. Oh yeah, I have a note in here. I want to add something to terrain. I'm gonna add it to terrain 3. Okay. Cool. Shoutouts to Kristen Nigas on flute. Alright, let's do the overflow and underflow. 9-3 equals 1. So I want this to stop right away, not do anything if this is overflow. So if it is less than 110, I do not want this to do anything. But if it's not less than 110, I want it to subtract 109, so that way it gets back into range. And I'm also going to track this. I'm going to use, I think it's 34 is the shard for overflow. I think it's 34. I'm almost positive it's 34 actually. 9-3 equals 2. For 5, I'm going to use greater than 0. 8, 4, 4, 9, 6, 4, 5, 0, 6, 3, 4, int plus 109. 9, 3 equals 1. I should add another shard, actually. 3, negative... Which shard do I want to remove? Someone name a shard for me real quick. What's a good shard? No one's here. Rip. Oh well. I'll come up with one. I want to pick a number, probably 46, I think. 47? 47 is a quick shot. Do I have anything that triggers 47 in here? No. Okay. Sure, why not? That's gonna be that. Overflow, yeah, okay. I think we're good. Oh wait, I don't wanna add it there. I wanna add it here. Do I already have that on the on spawn? Oh, right, yeah, okay, mute. Let's just mute that. I don't want it in f equals 0. I want to mute. And I'll put this on the unspawn category right here. Okay, so every 70 frames, every 69 frames, this is going to loop back to 1. Just going to change these. Alright, I think I'm actually ready to work with actual pickups now. After all this time working with unused stuff, I think I'm actually ready to make the giant blobs of actual pickups now. So pickup names, or I should say blank. Failed attempted accounting timer, yep. Oh, what the heck? I don't know what... What the heck? Ah! What is that? Okay, whew, found it. Okay, good. Good. That is exactly what I wanted to see. Okay, I'll take that. So I want to now replace this double line here, since it occurs nowhere else, and replace it with 6 f equals 0, or 6 shuffling. I'm gonna put with pattern, and then I'm gonna use 9 2. Actually, Control Z. I'm gonna use 9 2 mute. I'm gonna replace that later with just shuffling. This is gonna be 8 229 233 bool true, and this is gonna be the RNG call. And believe it or not, that's chaos. That is, I no longer have to deal with the complexity of different incrementers now, because the frame timer should do it for me. I'm at 4,000 lines. What was Chaos version 1 at? Oh, okay, about the same. Um, yeah, about the same. Look at this. This is it. This is I think it's done. So, okay, I'm gonna quickly save this as for Chaos. I'm gonna save this as Chaos V2 base draft. And yeah, this is gonna be the base draft. Sure, go ahead. What's the question? I don't think anything's truly obvious. How does soft lock prevention happen? So, okay, that's a very good question. Um, there are very few skill sets. Actually, I can answer this quite quickly. Do you see all these? There are some comments here that I say mercy rule, and some that say manually added. There are a couple here. Make this difficulty not hard. Like, I have purposefully modified some of these to make it so that the player will not get soft locked. Like here, manually added. I have manually added stuff to the sets to make sure that no set, at least in the no double jump wall interaction, no set can possibly soft lock you. Soft lock you, soft lock you. If you get soft locked, that must be like a chain of like 5 different sets that just happen to line up so that you got soft locked. It will very rarely happen. And plus, I never disable fast travel in this. I never disable fast travel. Nor do I disable the Marsh TP. So you will always be able to go back to the Marsh TP. Man, dude, this is... Oh, man. This is a much better system than before. Wow. But yeah, so that's how the soft lock prevention works. I cannot control directly. Yeah. Teleporters get. Oh, that reminds me. I need to do a teleporter fix. There's a teleporter fix that I need to implement. Where's on spawn? Whoa! Remove these ellipses. That'll screw the whole thing over. On spawn. Okay, here we go. I had an anti-soft lock as well that would basically open a lot of key doors and all that stuff if you got locked behind it, that kind of thing. I do want... What is the ID for the teleporter fix? I'm actually gonna... not show the Discord on screen. But, let's see. I'm gonna use... Let's see. I'm gonna view this through the GitHub logs, basically. Teleporter fix. That's 7-0. Okay. This is going to be 7-0. 8-7-0 bool true. Okay, that's the teleporter fix. Is that the Glade? That's the Glade's TP fix. And this is the TP map bug fix. I'm gonna stop this for just a second. There is a, yeah, I'm gonna look up the video. Hold on. There it is. So, if you haven't seen this before, this is technically the, I'm gonna split V2 up into a bunch of variations. What you saw was the, is gonna be the basic variation, the one that I'm gonna release first. But this is technically the most chaotic version. This is... I released this video. It was a lot. It was quite a while before September 12th. It was actually more like um, it was actually more like August. It was quite a ways before the end of August, and it uses timers in a way that is questionable. Um, Basically, you can, as you can see, I'm standing still, right? Like, I'm standing still. And all of a sudden, my skills change. It changed again. I'm standing completely still. Nothing is happening. No hitbox triggers. No collected pickups. This is all the work of timers. Boom, it happened again. So that's gonna be full chaos, the most chaotic version of chaos. But this is gonna be the basic version. And this is called active shuffle. Yeah. Yeah. It's yeah. Yeah, it's a thing. So, this is basically... Okay, also, I should note that that's saved as a .txt file. So this is a .txt file, but I need it in the form of a .will-o'-the-wisp file. So what I do is I open one of the old seed packs. I think I have one open right here. I'm just going to copy one of the .will-o'-the-wisps files, paste it, name it to chaos v2 base draft, so that it appears here. Open it, delete all this, and copy this, boom, and save it. And that's how I make will-o'-the-wisp file. That's how I make WOTW files. Even though everything is done in Notepad, that's how I turn it into a WOTW file. You can do that with any seed, basically, just copy and paste it. I just like using the seed packs because every time I open one up, it fills me with a little bit of nostalgia from when the seed, from before 0.1 when we actually had the seed gen. I think a lot of us remember the seed packs if we've been with the randomizer community enough or long enough. Like, geez, man. I remember Seed Pack 1, I think, was the first Seed Pack that I actually downloaded. I think it was Seed Pack 1. Um, because I joined when the randomizer was in 0.0.6. Alright, so I'm gonna take a short break, I think. Short 5-minute break. And then, I'll set up for the actual gameplay. Because we're gonna test this seed out. And it's gonna be super laggy, but it's whatever. It should be runnable. Alright, so I'll see you guys in 5 minutes. Okay, so I'm in a bit of a predicament here. This is the base game. I'm trying to see because Steam is not recognizing my Ori and the Will of the Wisps because it's on my external drive. I'm trying to find a way around that. It's also going to be really laggy because my computer isn't a gaming laptop, but yeah, just bear with me. It's going to be laggy, it's going to freeze, but we will still be able to test stuff, or we should still be able to test stuff. It won't run it's not the Plando that's going to be laggy, is what I'm trying to say. It's just my computer. Yeah, it's already not responding. Oh well. I think if I close the Chrome windows, it should help. I am going to check. Um, it's not counting okay. Alright. Um, well, that is new. It's not counting my Will of the Wisps as Steam's Will of the Wisps. That's concerning. Um, I'm pretty sure I know why that is, but that's still concerning. So I guess the best course of action would be to end the stream here and start it again when I figure out what happened. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to see you all later when I figure out exactly what's going on and when I fix it. Peace.